It's WrestleMania weekend. Hello, I'm your host Mello. This is the Mellow Wolf Podcast. How's everybody doing today? So this show is gonna be just a quick prediction about all the matches tonight, or this weekend, I should say. It's a two-night event. So it is WrestleMania 36. Wow, that's crazy, man. So it will be live from the WWE Performance Center, as most of you wrestling fans know. They haven't had any fans for the reasons we all know. Um, so it's gonna be probably the most different atmosphere most of us have ever watched WrestleMania. Especially if some people have probably been to WrestleMania, so they know it's gonna be a very different vibe. But yeah, this year's host is Rob Gronkowski. Now, I know some of you are like, wait, what? If you remember a few years ago, he hopped into a match with Jinder Mahal because Jinder drank his drink and then threw it in his face. So Rob hopped over the fence or the barricade and gave him a awkward spear, I would call it. So ever since then, Rob's been, I think, thinking about doing it. So that'll be an interesting thing to watch. So let's first start off with the Bobby Lashley versus Aleister Black match. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Last couple shows I haven't been watching because of work and stuff. But yeah, I'm just going off of Aleister. I've always been a fan of Aleister Black's since NXT days. So Black Mass will probably just drop him. We'll see what happens though, because we haven't seen Lana in a while. So next match, this is what happened a few weeks ago back. King Corbin, which I love Baron Corbin. A lot of people hate him, but I love him. Versus Elias, another dude I actually love. I love him when he hits that borderline of heel and face. You know what I mean? He's not a heel, but he's not a face sometimes. Um, I think this will be a pretty decent match. You know what I mean? After what happened, what Corbin did to Elias a few weeks back on SmackDown, I will be intrigued to see what Elias does to Corbin. Now, this one I find very intriguing. Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, if you don't know what's been happening for the last, I don't know, 2.5, 3 months between Ziggler, Mandy, Rose, and Otis, yeah, it's like a whole weird love triangle. But I'm for a man Otis all day, man. I'm a big dude myself, so you know what I'm saying? Let him get that loving. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think Otis will come up top on this match. I feel like maybe if you Mandy will come do a little distraction by mistake on Otis, and Ziggler will try to get the win, but Otis will kick out. And also, if you saw this recent SmackDown that just went by, which was yesterday, what am I saying? We revealed that it was Sonya Deville that was the person that sent a secret text or a text saying basically that like she was Mandy and deleted some text from Otis that Otis sent back to Mandy. Cause I guess Sonya's jealous. Let's be real. But on that one, I think it's Otis gonna come up on top. Um, I just lost my place. Oh, the Monday Night Messiah versus Kevin Owens. Now this one's been going on for a while. I actually like this rivalry. It's fun. The promos, actually all the promos that have been happening the last few weeks since these like quiet arena matches have been awesome. I think it's like you get because they're not worried about like the audience interrupting their promos. They're just going in and they literally like just land their heart out in their promos, and it's like the greatest thing ever. I think so. I feel like Rollins has had a lot of like wins or like one ups on Owens. I think Owens will get the match on this one. Either someone interferes or it just Rollins just doesn't pay attention. You know what I mean? Next match. I'm gonna do all the title matches last. Um, Edge versus Randy Orton in the Last Man Standing match. Like we okay, so Edge. I know I was as shocked as anybody else when that man came out at the Royal Rumble in January. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit tears popped up. I was like, no way. This, but I think since the whole Daniel Bryan thing a few years back, when he came back, I think Edge realized I can come back too. Just take a little longer time, but I can come back. And you know what? I've been a fan of Randy since day one. Legend Killer days, you know what I'm saying? Tossing Mick Foley down the stairs. That's been my shit. Um, but he slapped on a man's wife, or not sorry, not slapping, but RKO on a man's wife. Yeah, I get it. She slapped you, but still, I know it's all scripted and stuff. But this was actually a hard match for me to really like put in between because you kind of want the Edge to get that like maybe last match win. If this will be his last match, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Randy's still doing a top game. I mean, you can't sleep on Randy. So, but it's a hard one. But I'm gonna take Randy. I'll take the RKO all day. And the Spears is a beast, but I'm gonna take RKO all day. Um, now this one I don't really understand, but the John Cena versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt, like that just creeps me the fuck out. This whole Fiend thing with that mask, kind of looks like the Killing Joke mask. Not the Killing Joke mask, Death of the Family mask. Excuse me. That it's creepy, man. Like that shit's fucking creepy. Like if you know me, I hate clowns, but I don't know how I feel about this match. So I'm just gonna say, for the sake of it, Bray Wyatt. Now, Taker versus Styles. No, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Taker was done like 2, 3 years ago when he did the whole boots thing onto the mat and the stairs and all that, and up the ramp at WrestleMania a few years ago. But he's like he has here and there matches nowadays, but he knows he's getting old. He knows that shit. But Taker and AJ, it'll be a pretty. I think it'll be an interesting one. I still think AJ's gonna win, but Taker just he don't sleep, man. He always changes the game. You can tell that he has a whole different like I don't want to call it costume. Um, oh my gosh, not outfit, but you guys know what I mean. He has a whole new wardrobe, and it almost brings me back to the days when he did the whole American Badass thing. But I don't think he's trying to replicate that. I think he's trying to kind of mix them together in a weird way. The Taker of like old and like American Badass style of dressing. But I think AJ will come out on top of this just to prove a point that he's the phenomenal one. And now the matches, the championship matches. I don't even know where this Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan match came from. Uh, that must mean I'm not really paying attention on certain things because I watch on Hulu, so Hulu don't really give you every match. So, but I like Sami, I like Daniel. Again, I'm not really sure what's going on with this whole thing. I know that Sami won. I saw when Sami won the title back at Elimination Chamber, if I'm correct. So I'm gonna say Sami retains that title. But yeah, it'll be a Daniel Bryan's a fighter, so that match is gonna be pretty good, I think. Uh, now the women's Raw tag team titles. Uh, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I said, is it Raw? No, it's not Raw. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Anyways, the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I call them Blissful Cross. I don't know if maybe they call it on TV. I can't remember. My mind's so shot right now. But I think Alexa and Nikki are probably going to win the titles. I feel like Kabuki Warriors, you don't really see them on TV that much. I mean, you kind of see Asuka on and off on screen. She's been doing commentary a little bit, kind of. But I think Alexa and Nikki are probably going to bring the titles back to themselves. So that would be fun to watch. Interesting. And then let's see, the Raw Tag Team titles. Now, if you don't know, um, Andrade Cien Almas had got switched up with Austin Theory because I guess Andrade has a injury in his ribs, so they need someone to switch it up. So it's gonna be Angel Garza and Austin Theory versus the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team titles. Now, if you saw Raw last week, you know that Montez Ford took a bump, like a bump. From what I know, that over the top flip was not supposed to happen. He was supposed to get tripped up by Seth Rollins before he even like started running, but Seth was a little delayed. Everybody was just mistimed overall. But if you ever have a chance to see that from this past Raw, yeah, that was, you even heard it too. He flipped, nobody was there to catch him. Boom, right on the metal. It's crazy, but I don't care. Street Profits all day, all day. So, yeah. And then the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Now, I just heard on the bump today that it's gonna be John Morrison versus one of the Usos. I'm sorry, I still can't. I still don't know the difference, which is ridiculous. I've been watching them forever, and I love those dudes. And Kofi in a triple threat ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, which means no Miz, no Big E, and no, fuck, I feel like a dick right now. No Uzi Juicy. There's just basically should be a a triple threat match. Three dudes for a tag team title. I mean that's different, but those are probably like Kofi and John. Them two alone, dude, they fly. They do them some craziest stuff in the ring. But I that's gonna be a good match, ladder match wise. I hope it's not a quick match. I hope none of these are really quick matches. I mean, I get it's a 2 night event, but I hope none of them are quick matches. I hope they're good storytelling, like at least 20-minute matches, at least. Um, oh, sorry, trying to breathe. My nose is stuffed up. Now for the SmackDown Women's Championship, it's Bayley defending her titles against Lacey Evans, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Tamina in a fatal 5. Now, I kind of been a fan of Tamina, like ish, but I kind of hope she wins. I mean, I don't think she will. I feel it's probably, if Bayley doesn't retain, I think it'll be Lacey that wins the title. But I don't think, like, there's no be no fans. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a quiet arena match, so might as well have Tamina just win. The hell, it'll be. I mean, she won't really get the love of the fans out of it, but I still feel she can win. But again, if Bayley does not retain, I think it'll be Lacey getting her first official women's championship, which I think will be cool. She's a beast. I'm kind of scared of her, actually. No lie. And now for the Raw Women's Championship. Huh. Now, Becky Lynch, that's my girl. I've been a fan of her since NXT. Her first day with the whole weird Irish jig thing that she came out with. Even the whole switch up when she came to SmackDown in the beginning. It became the SmackDown first ever well, I won't say first ever, I guess, but first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And then to the whole man switch, punched in the nose by Nia Jax, bleeding, all that stuff, which built her shit up way more. Versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, Queen of Spades, is a beast. A beast. So, shit. I mean, I want Becky to win, but Shayna's a beast. Fuck it, I'll take Becky. I'll take Becky. Whatever, man. Um, Next, I don't thought I would ever see this match, really, or even see this person go down back to NXT. But Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, if you saw when Rhea Ripley first came out, she came out a couple years back in the Mae Young Classic as this like almost like a 6'7" prissy blonde kind of almost character. But in like 2 years later, in the other Mae Young Classic, she came out looking like a rock star beast. Rhea Ripley ain't scared of nobody, bro. She got broad ass shoulders too. She'll knock you over just her shoulders. But Charlotte Flair's the queen. Charlotte Flair's probably had more title matches in the last 3 years than probably most women on these rosters. But I don't think Charlotte will win. I think it stays with Rhea because it's NXT. You know what I'm saying? You keep it in NXT. I don't feel like you're gonna demote Charlotte. You're not really demoting her, but I don't feel she would be going back and forth between shows. Right now it's only in one place, but after things settle down and stuff, I wouldn't see her going back and forth between Raw and SmackDown, or like Raw NXT or SmackDown NXT or whatever like that. But I still think Rhea's gonna take this title or keep it, I should say. Next up, ooh, the last two, the men's championship matches. So originally, the Universal title was supposed to be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. But about a week and a half ago, just a week ago, Roman took himself out of the match. Just took himself out. I didn't read why. I just know he took himself out. I was like, what? Really? So, as of today, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. It was yesterday. Braun Strowman has been placed in his spot. Now, if you know Braun Strowman, since he's been in the Wyatt family and all that stuff, that man should have had a title 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Even after he won the fucking Money in the Bank. Call it the Monster in the Bank. He should have won the fucking championship. I mean, I guess they had plans or something, but that man should have won a title by now. I think every fan knows this. Non-WWE fan, normal fan that you just know of Braun Strowman, you know Braun Strowman should have this title won by now. So, do I think Goldberg's gonna retain? Yes, because you just put Braun into the title match literally like under 24 hours or whenever the match is gonna be, either Saturday or today or Sunday. So the 24 to 48 hours you put Braun Strowman in just a match. Now Braun wins, cool and shit, but I don't think he's gonna win because again you just dropped him in the match. You know what I'm saying? It's like you put a coin inside of a freaking like if you have a piggy bank or you got some sort of like a bank at your home, you just like drop a quarter. Boom. Oh, there you are. Gonna put you there for now, just to use you, stuff like that. But yeah, it's gonna be Goldberg. And the final match of the weekend, or I guess yeah, we'll just say that Brock Lesnar versus Drew freaking McIntyre. The Scotsman. Drew McIntyre wins. Let's be serious. When Drew McIntyre came out, I don't know how many years ago. I'm not good with the years. He was basically called the chosen one by Vince himself. The chosen one to win a title. And he never lived up to that because then he got thrown into 3MB. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Um, and then he got fired or cut, whatever you want to call it, released. Excuse me, from WWE, and then he went to other promotions, built himself up again, especially on Impact. He built himself up in Impact Wrestling, and then he left. Then he came back to NXT, rebuilt himself up there, became a beast, became NXT champion there, dropped the title, came to the main roster. Then it was like kind of a lackluster thing in the main roster. I think he won a couple titles. on the main when he came up to the main roster. But then it was kind of like he was like drifting on and off. Him and Ziggler became a tag team, and here and there things happen, a couple storylines and stuff. But it's time when that man won. If it wasn't first thing, if it wasn't Keith Lee winning the Men's Royal Rumble this past January, Drew McIntyre was the best choice to do. That dude has been putting in the work that he needs to put in to get this title back in his waist for the first time ever. Not back, but just to get the title. I believe Drew McIntyre will come up on top this weekend. He should. He will. And then Brock will disappear for a few months again. And then, yeah, that's it. Those are my predictions for this weekend. So again, WrestleMania 36 starts today, Saturday. Pre-show 6 o'clock. Kickoff show, I believe, has Natalia versus Liv Morgan, and I believe Drew Gulak versus Cesaro. I think one is for each night, if I'm correct. So I think one's gonna be for Saturday and one's gonna be for Sunday. Natalia wins that, and Cesaro wins the other one. Um, both pre-shows start at 6. You can watch it on FS1, Fox Sports Network, I believe. Yep. So, and then the show, both nights start at 7 p.m. Eastern. So look out for that. If you don't know, again, they'll be doing it at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. It's an empty. Again, this will be an empty WrestleMania match, I guess you can call it. Matches. There's gonna be no fans unless they have something planned that make it feel like there's fans there. I don't know. We'll see when the show starts, but I'm intrigued to see how it's gonna be. And then again, retired NFL star, 3-time Super Bowl champions for the New England Patriots, Rob Gronkowski, is hosting this year's WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for the next 2 nights. Again, those are my predictions. Y'all have a good WrestleMania weekend. Peace.